Hello there and welcome. But before we get into your messages, just know if this reaches you, it is no accident. Spirit has placed this moment in your path because your soul called for it. The geometry of your life is aligning. What once scattered is coming into harmony. You are being touched by unseen hands, drawn into a message that carries prophecy, clarity, and renewal. Receive this as a sign your journey is not random. Your prayers have been heard, and what you need will unfold in divine time. And in the meantime, let's start with your specific oracle messages. Again, because this reached you for a reason, so do not doubt this. You are in this place of embracing your life purpose. Now, this is a real important process, right? Especially when we are coming into a magical season of one's life. And that's what you're being blessed and graced with. You are being guided by unseen hands right now toward your divine life purpose. Whatever makes your heart joyful is what you're meant to be doing. And that's what's really important, is following your heart. Now, I do get a little bit of water sign and earth sign coming through, so just take that how it resonates. But if you've been questioning whether or not you're on track for really enhancing your purpose, this is your sign. This is your answer. So let's continue and see what else Spirit wants you to know. See, you're embracing your life purpose. You're in this place of just folding into your own self. So when it comes time to express your own sense of love, creativity, passions, do it. Now, take the romantic gesture if you want to, if it fits in your situation, right? But it's not all about romance, even though you can be romantic without it being, in the traditional or conventional sense. It just means being playful, being lighthearted, not taking things so seriously. Most importantly, you're in the moment. So there is more water sign. This is a beginning of something really fun and playful. So what Spirit is saying, you've got to trust the moment. You've been embracing in the past, perhaps for impact, right? And this is the thing, you're not embracing for impact any longer. You've let go of that. You release that. And now you're embracing magic, miracles, abundance. So feel lighthearted right now. Tend to those things, just even if it's a little tiny thing that makes you happy. Because this is you, really turning into the alchemist at play here. You're focused and honed in on your joy, which also puts you in aligned with other things and people that match your vibration when it comes to your life purpose. So there's a real reason why Spirit is shining the light on you and your work right now, or it's nearing. And look at this butterfly. The butterfly is ascending. That means that your level of consciousness, your spirit has ascended, and it is being protected in this light here. So it's like you get to be, okay, just look at this. We've got this cat here, we've got the butterfly, and then we've got this being here. It's like you've entered this space, and not only that, but we've got the spiritual realm too, right? And the earthly realm. So it's like, you've got 5 dimensions that you're already tapped into all at one time. So Spirit is encouraging you to just be in this place of maybe free flowing, right? Don't feel pressured to be creative or to, do things that maybe perhaps you are being inspired to write down these things that you're receiving from the heavens here, or your higher self, whatever you believe in. But you are lining up to a new emotional connection, an unexpected, friendly connection. Let's continue and see what else Spirit wants you to know. See, you're not going to have to chase any longer. Look at that. Okay. Now, okay, let's see. This is the end. We're at the end of having to chase something or someone. Or or this is someone's energy wrapped around you because they feel that you've already embraced something new, your new sense of purpose or a deeper meaning or an awakening here. So, yes, you're releasing or have released some type of toxic or negative distortion, right? It's not to say that it's bad. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that we are in tuned and aware of what is our energy, what belongs to us and what doesn't. And you were witnessing the ending of some type of maybe karmic pattern here, because look at that. We got the chaser and the addiction card. Chaser in a codependent relationship, fear of abandonment issue, and then we got this codependent, so that's coming out twice. Obsession. Okay, no, it's not coming in focus that much. Okay, possession, controlling, and has a block, restraint. I get the devil energy here with this. And so Capricorn is coming in, and also Scorpio is coming through. So just take the zodiac signs how you want to. Don't worry if you don't care about that. But look at this. I mean, this is what is saying goodbye to you. So it is normal, I would say, since you're at this threshold, at this new portal, okay, that you will feel this energy still trying to tug at yours. But Spirit wants me to remind you that you're in the clear of that. Yes, it can coexist, but you are definitely responding and reacting at a whole other level. And that's what you need to notice, those tiny tweaks in your own being, because that's what's creating these wonderful blessings. Now, perhaps, you might be questioning whether or not this is, the right thing to do. It was. Rip, right? Rest in peace, because peace is returning into your life if it hasn't already. Endings bring new beginnings, growth, change, liberation, transition. I mean, look at the butterfly. This is just so perfect. Going up. Oh, okay. Okay, this card feels like it wants to talk. Let's see what else wants to come out with embrace your life purpose. Yeah, Spirit is saying you have been hanging in there. In fact, it's been on purpose. You've been at, oh my goodness, yeah, you were at a very prophetic place in your soul's journey, and you're continuing to be that. Okay, so let's get a little bit more about embrace your life purpose. So deeper insights are at hand. See, you're getting your power back. Your overall plan is good, but the details need work. Reflect before moving forward. Okay, this is something where we are reconciling things right now, where we are tending to things that perhaps, again, maybe we were responding to it in a way that just didn't feel so good, right? And so, we felt like this maybe friction or block, but now, or soon, but I feel that you're feeling it now. You're starting to respond and react to these things in a more powerful way, being more self-reliant and in charge. That's the key. So this is what has been going on here. This whole like pause and momentum, right? This sense of feeling plateaued for a while. That's what it seemed on the surface, but that's not what was going on an energetic level, because what was going on an energetic level was your spiritual roots were getting deeper and stronger, more than you may realize. Now, I'm really getting drawn to this beautiful quill or this feather here. So maybe perhaps you've received a special feather. I would say look for, not look, okay. If perhaps you see a symbol or a feather that shows these three colors, this is signifying great balance for you. because you carry this the white of purity, the gray to remain neutral, right? A blending of being able to allow things to coexist, and also understanding the dark, the shadow that always has to be, you know, in that same space so that the light can be seen as well. Okay, let's look at this too. Look at that, the real you. Come on. There is something to really be proud of when it comes to, you know, not backing away from being your true self. Yes, sometimes it's hard, I feel, to always, be the real you, but, because sometimes we just have to allow others to do their thing. But for the most part, your greatest power comes from being who you truly are. Don't let anyone sway you from expressing your authentic self. And this is where you're not, also, this deeper insight at hand, this is where you're not carrying the weight or the burdens of the past, of the people, people's judgments on you, or whatever. And see, this is why being the real you has activated getting your power back. You may have forgotten who you are, right? You are a child of divine, so take back your power. That's exactly what you have done or you're currently doing. This card kind of slid, so I want to see. Okay, look at that. You've entered this portal here. This is your new beginning. This whole pause and momentum was just a thing that your soul called for. Okay? It activated codes within your own soul's blueprint for this magical moment. Okay, you're getting embraced twice here. Look at that. Embrace your life purpose and embrace the magical moment. And look at look at that number 11 and 12. So it's like just a perfect setup here. And yes, I see number 11 as a gateway. You are in the perfect energetic space for manifesting miracles. Allow your wishes to be fulfilled. This means we have to be in this place too of expecting the best for oneself, even if we don't know how it's going to happen. Just know it is. More water sign is coming through. And I am seeing some type of golden opportunity here. So a beginning is already, or I should say, see, this beginning has already come with something solid, some type of new seed to work with from here. Just think of this, just like a flower, right? When a flower blooms, okay, I'm just going to take petunias because I'm working with petunias or roses. I mean, whatever, but I'm into like petunias right now for my hummingbirds. But anyhow, just like, for example, petunias, they die, right? When the flower is blooming, it's so beautiful, right? But we know that it only lasts a short while and then it dies. But it leaves behind a seed pod. And that's what you've done here is what was left behind was a seed pod. And this is what you get. So it truly is a magical moment. This is how you're witnessing yourself as the alchemist. This is exactly what you're doing. Celebrate yourself. Celebrate this mastery. Let's continue and see what else. Someone new is coming into your life. Okay. An important new relationship is on the horizon. Open your mind and heart so that happiness can enter your life. Now, notice the doves here. There's a very peaceful, divine, feminine energy that's lingering in just the energies right now to keep things very gentle and soft, okay? So I do feel with this express your love, I was bringing up that this was a very gentle energy or a new energy, innocent energy, and that's exactly what this is. So someone new is going to appear in your life here. Let's get a little bit more about someone new is coming. See, this person, how you're going to recognize that this is this is something totally in sync with you, is that this person will not rile up chaos or drama. They're going to come in a very peaceful way. And it's kind of like they slide in. It's like that's how it feels. It just is like not like in a sneaky or weird way. It's just like they just boom. It's a slide on right on in here. And again, it's just they bring peace, not chaos, not drama, because they're a soul that is also peaceful. Oh my goodness. So you got to get clear on what you want, right? And I know we are dealing with this chaser dynamic, okay? Someone that, yes, we may have had a strong bond at one time, or we could just feel that there's some heaviness to this, whether it's, a love situation or a family situation here. We just feel this like a karmic severing is what you done, and so again, you should be proud of that. Okay, because you wouldn't be embracing this magical moment had you not done something right, had you not corrected some type of, you know, uh, alignment, karmic alignment. So I get air sign coming through. Now, this person could show up. Yeah, this might be a clue for you. This person could have air placements, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or they'll just exude someone that is highly intellectual. They may they may come from you know, perhaps a more um, intellectual logical standpoint than an emotional one, but it's not to say that they don't have emotions. They're very fluid in the aspect of being able to flow um, in their mind and their emotions, like they've mastered something within themselves. Okay, and so I also feel that this person, is also someone who is respected, or not in a way where uh I mean, they earn this respect, but I would say this person knows exactly who and what they are. They've gone through their own intense, intense heartache and breakups and shakeups in relationships, romantic, platonic, and familial. Okay, so Spirit is saying just get clear on, you know, what you truly value, and maybe just stick to that, right? Because what I see is that we're coming to a conclusion, at least, that we know we are ready to engage in a new way of life, a new contract, so to speak, that karmic realignment, where we leave a karmic pattern behind so we can enter some type of new cycle that isn't a setup for a pattern. It's set up for I should say, yes, it's set up for not a karmic pattern, but a sacred pattern, like sacred geometry here. My God, what did Spirit, we were just talking about that. We're just talking about that. The geometry of your life is aligning. What once scattered is coming into harmony. You are being touched by unseen hands. Ooh, okay. So let's continue and see what else you need to know. Okay. You know what? I almost changed this um, tapestry or whatever. Yeah. And I didn't. And I got the little butterfly. I'm glad I didn't. Look at this. Oh, your relationship is evolving to the next phase. Now, yes, this could mean if you're in a relationship, yes, it's evolving, but your relationship with yourself, with spirit, with your environment now is evolving to the next phase. Because yes, you've healed the inner child, or you're allowing that inner child to really come out and feel safe and be playful, because that's the key. Spirit wants you to feel safe and playful. There's some type of special encounter. And I would say, you know, pay attention to something or someone that brings something. It's something maybe so small, but has, like, the butterfly effect. Something small, so small, but yet has magnificent of a ripple effect, right? That cause and effect. Let's continue and see what else Spirit wants you to know. Put your creative energy into action. So Archangel Gabriel is joining Archangel Michael to spark your creativity. We got fire and air sign coming through. Okay, so yes, the angels are helping you communicate your vision, motivate you to create something beautiful. You might be questioning something about your own creative abilities right now, or, if it's not creativity, you may just feel a little blocked, right? When it comes to feeling some type of fuel, some type of, energy to work with. Well, you don't have to look any further here. Spirit is saying, pay attention. Maybe jot some things down here. Got, some type of new birthing here. So let's get a little bit more about this creative energy that you're being inspired to work with. It's like turning something that really could have, or maybe you already, channeled this out or vented it out, but maybe, it's like turning some type of frustration and anger into something that's going to make you even more powerful and creative and positive here. There may be something with photography, artwork, sculpting. Do something maybe even ancient. I'm getting into pottery. I'm just putting that out there, okay? And wow, I'm telling you, you might also be doing things too that are activating, um, you know, hidden messages. That's exactly what you're doing. You're finding hidden messages in the everyday life. But I do see there's something, where Spirit is asking you to, get engaged with these creative things that maybe you've been putting on the back burner. You could be doing things where you want to focus just on one or two things, right? Do that. Photography, again, sculpting, clay work, whatever you are finding is really good for you and your spirit. Now, this is also going to help break up and shake up either the energy you're picking up on or that you might be doing, where we might be still engaging with the past, right? Looking at photos, being in nostalgia here. But look at this, you're making new memories. See, this is it. You're making the new memories. This is that new portal here. So this is your sunrise. And I see some like autograph there. So, do it now. You never know. And you also never know who you end up connecting with, right? In a very fun manner here, because you're meant to feel not so isolated or unheard or unseen for too long, okay? Yes, there might be periods where you are kind of feeling like that, but you also know that you need that time and space to unwind and unplug, and it's good for your spirit and your soul anyways. Yes, it's been hard to break free from others, but you're doing a really good job. Let's continue and see what else. Your vibration is rising. Notice these things that you're starting to attract, right? Little tiny miracles. I was just talking about hummingbirds, they've been making their way to me. And my gosh, those little guys, my goodness, they put a smile on my face. Oh my goodness. And not only that, boy, very healing too. So, you notice these little things, okay? Just, little tiny things. That's what Spirit wants you to notice. And this is a time of great spiritual growth for you. You are evolving to occupy, well, you already are, a higher energetic frequency. This is why we're getting very clear here. Because yes, we know the past is still, present, but it doesn't need to take hold anymore. Now, you could also be in this place, if you haven't already, where you could be maybe just getting rid of some old things, right? So that they don't trigger old memories, or get you into a pattern of thinking that, maybe you did something wrong, or whatever. Just have you questioning or second guessing yourself, I should just say. So very soon. Okay, what else? Don't settle for less. I just was talking about that. So thank you, Spirit. See, this is where I'm just seeing that you have aligned with something here that is favoring you, maybe more than you realize, right? So you are a child of the divine. You deserve to have your dreams come true. Don't give up. Don't settle for less, right? Look, more butterflies. So there's definitely butterfly spirit all around. Pay attention to those butterflies and whatever else may be speaking to you right now. Trust the guidance you're receiving. Archangel Uriel has blessed you with a brilliant epiphany. Ooh, yes. Now or in the future, some type of epiphany where it's not only your aha moment, but it's like the first spark that gets things going in the right direction here. I am also present to clear away your worries so you can trust your divine guidance. It makes sense too that that past energy is still lingering, right? Where we feel, we've outgrown it, but it's when you're at that place where you look back and you see all of that, it still takes a little time for it to dissolve like completely, right? So it's not holding a space anywhere near or around you. So spirit is saying you have broken some type of long hidden ancestral pattern of feeling that you have to give up on things or question your worthiness because of, one thing or a few things that throw you off guard doesn't mean that you have to settle for less. It was just showing you your resilience to not settling for less because you're too high quality. And that's exactly what you've done is you've let something and someone go because you honored your value, right? Your quality, sacred your sacred blueprint. Make a decision. Okay, I get justice here. And we were just talking about the karmic balance alignment. So the scales are coming through, which is closely associated with Libra. But Archangel Michael is helping you to feel that you don't have to prioritize yourself, right? Right? You're not settling for less. This is you taking charge and getting your power back. Okay, Spirit wants to show me something with make a decision. Are you choosing to prioritize yourself or another in the situation? And see, we got something here where maybe someone wants to keep you chained to something, right? To feel obligated. No. And hopefully you don't, okay? But I would say you're not obligated to carry anyone's burdens any longer or the burden of the past, except divine guidance pointing you toward your own joy. That's all. That's the only decision you have to do because you deserve it. If there's any decisions, if there's anything you need to get clear about right now in this moment moving forward, because remember, you're at this place of the frequency is rising. You're just not going to settle for less, and you're going to only focus on what brings you joy. Because yes, you've been tending a lot to others or situations that just that just pulled you away, in a sense. But again, this is just showing you how you are able to get your power back, and not only get your power back but rise up. Some people, they get their power back and then they lose it, right? because they go back to the default. You're not at default. You're on a new program. Okay, so you already got auto signed into a new contract because you already knew to trust your guidance, to not settle. Hand of cards, take a chance, risk. Okay, there is something here about being strategic, look at options. Maybe there could be something about not showing hands. We got something about gambling, but we do have the hand of cards here. So let's get a little bit more about the hand of cards for you. We do have the ace of spades there. Now I'm pretty sure the spades. This is air sign then coming through. Give us more with the hand of cards. Take a chance, risk. What is this about? Okay, what in the world? Oh my goodness. What? Okay. So, oh my goodness. Well, now I'm going to have to get more. We got reconciliation, not showing hand, gambling. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Let's get more about this because we do have someone new. You might have two people coming in. Now, I want to bring this up too. If by chance, okay, this is not solid, but if by chance someone from the past does show up and they actually show up as completely brand new, I mean, that's the only way that I would say that this is in sync with you. Otherwise, you know what you got to do. We're dealing with someone karmic. So, okay, Spirit, what's the advice about this reconciliation? Do see that thing about being strategic options. Well, there's nothing wrong with reconciling something or someone from the past. Doesn't mean we have to entertain it if we don't want to. Yes, this is your soulmate. This is a past life. Oh my God. Okay. Okay, this makes a lot more sense. Look at this. Okay. Someone from a past life is coming. And yes, this is your soulmate. You've known each other before. You are drawn to one another. So, something you did here, right? Something you released activated their coded blueprints for their soul. And so you're both rising. You're both meant to connect in this lifetime with one another, and how this soulmate shows up for you. Your souls all your souls already have memories. Look at this, the photograph. Past life. Oh my goodness. So take a chance, okay? Take a chance is what Spirit is saying. All right, let's see what else. Okay, Spirit is saying, look, soulmates, soul connection, partnership, agreement, soul contract. This is you're getting confirmation over confirmation here that you're not going to have to question whether or not this is someone that is in harmony with you. They are. Now, this also could mean too, this karmic person that you dealt with, the one that's kind of this energy, whether it's a family, an ex-lover, maybe it's a combination, because they do carry a same, like, I can't say genetic, right? But it would be like a soul, thread here, like a same kind of pattern where they carry the energy of not feeling enough, So we got this thing about being frustrated in a relationship, lack of confidence, self-sabotage, fear, ego issues, jealousy. I mean, this is like karmic soulmate to me. Okay. But I want to get a little bit more of why Spirit wants to show us this one specifically again. Because I really just see that this is meant to be. Like, this is a soulmate or a soul connection that we feel good with. It's not something that we feel tethered to or connected, like a contract, like we can't get out of it, like we're feeling like we can't breathe. because that's a red flag, right? Again, this soulmate brings peace. They don't come to disrupt what you've already unfolded. You've created something sacred and they're there to support that. That's how you're going to know if this is something agreeable or not agreeable. Okay, so Spirit, why are you showing us this one in particular again? Something about a test too. It was like a testing of soulmates. Okay, meeting someone new. Okay, dating, getting back out there, plan and set a date. Well, you got to get out there, right? So this is a soulmate that, you can enjoy. You're connected, right? You're expressing kind gestures, right? Go ahead and make that romantic gesture. Okay. And this is a soulmate that doesn't carry this heavy weight, this not enough, right? And yes, I feel that all souls go through this. We all go through a period where we question ourselves. But that's how we grow, right? By not giving in, not giving up or giving too much of our power away. But this is someone that you dealt with. Okay, let's see what else. Okay, this is not no, it is not yet time. This is not the divine time. Excuse me. This is not the divine right time to take action. Please be patient. The opportune moment is approaching. When it comes to a soulmate connection, you can't like put your hand into the seed and dig it up, right? It's gestating here. And remember what Spirit said. Receive this as a sign. Whoops. Your journey is not random. Your prayers have been heard, and what you need will unfold in divine time. So, Spirit, what should they not take action on? Okay, let's get a little bit more detailed. I'm just gonna grab, I've got my tarot cards here, just to get a little bit more detailed here on, what Spirit, just connection, but I'm going to get a little bit more about this. No, it's not divine time to take this action. See, because you're birthing into some type of new creative project here between you and Spirit. Please be patient. Oh yeah, please be patient. My goodness, we got the Emperor. It's going to be worth being patient. And also Spirit is saying, in the meantime, count on me. I'm the solid one in your life. Look at that turtle. There really is something strong here about feeling sheltered. A long journey brings great stability, by the way. And we do have Aries showing up here. So you are, in the meantime, Spirit is helping you feel solid, to feel more in your power here. And when the Emperor shows up, this is someone who is well respected. This is someone who is also not backing down, okay? And also, when it comes to attracting a good soulmate, well, the Emperor would be a great soulmate to attract, especially when it comes to someone that you can count on, right? But there also, take it if it resonates, there also may be great healing happening here too with, a masculine in one's life or the lack of that, like a father figure or uncle or grandpa or something like that. Okay, so just take that if that resonates. But in the meantime, Spirit wants you to sit in your power. Okay, let's see. What else? Open up your spiritual gifts. Whoop. And let it go. My gosh. Okay, yes. So remember that your true nature is spiritual, not physical. The angels are sending you messages to guide your soul's growth. Now, this is where we were talking about that feather and blending here, allowing two eternities or two, I don't know, eternities or dualities to exist at the same time, staying neutral here. And that's exactly what you're doing. You're staying neutral. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. The hummingbirds just showed up. I didn't even realize that. Oh, see, hummingbird spirit is showing up in your life, changing your frequency, healing. And look, we got the dove spirit also. So birds and the sea turtle, these are all spirit animals and guides talking to you. And we have great eagle spirit up on that throne too. Okay. So you've got powerful allies spiritually, right? And physically. So be okay with letting whatever you need to let go, right? Something that doesn't serve you. And that's exactly what Archangel Michael is doing, is severing your energetic connections to the past so you can embrace the future. That old contract, that old energetic contract. And look, this is literally like you opening up this portal within yourself. So don't question whether or not you have the right medicine. You carry good medicine. You carry sacred medicine within you. Spirit says you went through the fire and you came out beautifully. This is why you purified this into pure gold, not fool's gold. You're leaving the fool's gold behind, and you refined you, yourself, and your situation into purity. This is why pure things come to you. They don't come to distorted or distracted energies. They come to the pure energy here. And it doesn't mean have to be perfect all the time, but they come to that frequency that they recognize. So when you feel maybe unseen, you got these little miracle birds seeing you too. You got the smaller spiritual world seeing you. Well, I wouldn't say small because, again, there is something here with the butterfly effect going on here. Okay, let's see. What else? Yeah, we might be having a hard time controlling our mind. This is where this creativity will get into play here. And just to share with you, if your mind is going, I know when I'm playing with clay or doing something with my hands sculpting, my goodness, I mean, I don't even know. I lose time. I totally lose time. So that can also help you, right? Doing something very creative, artistic. It's so important to, not get so drawn and dragged into the heaviness of the world where we forget to get playful and creative and be artistic, because that's exactly what you're doing. You have activated the archetype of you are creating your life in a way that is artistry. Spirit is giving you the key to unlock something here. And to remind you, yes, your thoughts are creating your reality. Have faith and stay focused on the outcome that you truly desire. So get clear about what you want. Peace, right? Start with that. And you are ready for more. Oh, good. If you've been questioning whether or not you've got what it takes, don't question it anymore. Your career or something you've been pursuing, it's growing, it's blossoming. And what did I say? You are unfolding into your own self, blossoming into your own self. So if you've been thinking about making changes or maybe implementing some tweaks here and there, do it. Whatever you've been contemplating, this is your yes. And you could feel good about what you've been doing. Step into the spotlight. The way forward is open. See, you've got something to share here. And look at that. Oh my gosh. I got to just go back to the image of the butterfly, because that's what I see you as, right? See you shape in that butterfly. You know when to take the spotlight, and you also know when to go maybe hidden for a little bit so we can get, fueled up, right? From the divine, get some peace, right? And then when it's time to be in the spotlight, don't question it. You do have a message or something creative that the world needs to hear now, or whenever you're feeling ready. I don't want to pressure you. But it is time to share your wisdom and not question it. Okay? You're meant to step into the spotlight. This is your destined path here. And look at that, the way forward is open. You've got this map. You're not trapped. Possibilities and opportunities abound. I will guide you to personal and spiritual freedom. Joy is really the key, especially, especially when we're feeling life is unfair or something is chaotic. That's you becoming, or stepping into the magician, or maybe even the alchemist, which is the same thing, kind of. Anyhow, yeah, same thing. And creating this, following that joy is the antidote to continuing to raise your frequency and to dissolve, frictions and debris from the past. Let's see what else Spirit wants you to know. I just was talking about this. Oh my God, that gold that you turned into. Look at that. The phoenix. Yes, new phase. Rekindle, renew, transformation, growth, right? Change mind. Because we got a clear mind. This is what you need to be proud of. You didn't allow, something to keep you in the ashes. You rose into something completely different. And the heavens is witnessing this. Let's get a little bit more about this phoenix. Yep. You're rebuilding. You're rebuilding and being persistent. And the other thing that I see that we are turning around, that we're transformed from, is an energy where we felt like things we're feeling hammered down, right? We're feeling pressured, or, whatever it is. So we go from something very heavy to something very light, a lighter, more fruitful way of living, believing, and seeing, even in the midst of circumstances that may not seem so favorable. And that's just when we have to trust in the unseen. That's when we just have to trust that no matter what, we are never lost, because your map is encoded within you always, always. What else? Nope, that is actually it. Okay, now before we end the reading, I just want to find out, what is the next big fortune for you to look forward to? I mean, we do have a soulmate here, and it looks like a very lovely one. But we have to wait for that divine timing, right? And also when it comes to some type of status too, maybe with your work, your business, your position in life. All right, so the next big fortune for you to look forward to. Oh my God. Ooh, this came out real strong. It's like it's closer than I feel that you think it is, because you're really accepting something about you. You're finding true love within yourself. And this is what's magnetizing, a true love for you. So this is a romance of a lifetime, or let's just say this is going to be, you know, a very active partnership, especially when it comes to really feeling like, someone is present in your life. You have a lot of good things to look forward to. I hope that this was helpful for you. Love and light. Take care.